Imprison my fear, just pull me away, pull me away. Secret fantasies of me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my first fall makeup tutorial. So if you would like to see how I got this look right here, please keep watching. Starting off this makeup look, I'm going in with my Too Faced 3-in-1 Hangover Primer Spray. Next, I'm going in with Dr. Brandt Pores No More Primer. For foundation, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Sand, and I'm just going to be applying that with my damp Sonia Kashuk sponge. For concealer, I'm using the matching Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Vanilla. And I'm using my Morphe E45 first to blend out the concealer, and then I'll go over all the concealer areas with my damp sponge. To cream contour, I'm using the Benefit Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. And I'm using my Real Technique sculpting brush to blend it out. Now I'm just going over everything with my damp sponge. And then I switch to my Artis Oval 3 brush to blend out my nose and my lips. Moving on to brows, I'm going to be using my Kat Von D brow pomade in the shade Blonde and my Anastasia, I believe this is the number 12 brow brush. Next, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D brow powder in the shade Blonde, and then I'm using the Kat Von D brow brush. To deepen up the tail of my brows, I'm using this Colourpop eyebrow pencil. And then to set my brows, I'm using the Essence Make Me Brow in the shade Blondy Brows. To set my face, I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the shade Medium. To set my under eyes, I'm using the Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And then to brighten up my under eyes, I'm taking the KKW Beauty Brightening Powder in the shade 1. For bronzer, I'm using the Benefit Hoola bronzer. For blush, I'm using the Pretty Vulgar blush in the shade Hush Blush. To clean up my bronzer and contour area, I'm just taking a little bit of the Mercier translucent powder. For highlighter, I'm using the I Love Sarahii, I think that's how you say it, times Dose of Colors, and this is in the shade Soulmate. And now I'm just wiping off that bake and then just blending the blush, bronzer, and highlighter together. Now I'm going to be setting my face. I'm using my MAC Fix Plus and then this Morphe setting spray. For eyes, I'm going to be using the Colourpop California Love eyeshadow palette. This is so good. I need a backup. So I'm taking the shade called Gnarly first, and I'm just applying that with a fluffy brush. I'm kind of using this as like a transition shade. Next, I'm going in with the shade called Laguna in the same fluffy brush. I'm just kind of building all of the kind of like lighter matte shades in the palette on top of each other. Next, I'm going in with the shade called The Bay. And now I'm taking the yellow shade called Sequoia. Now I'm going in with a shade called Gold Rush, and I switched to a more precise blending brush, and I'm focusing this color mainly in my crease and then on my lid. And then I needed more of like a mustard color, so I jumped into my Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette and I took this shade right here just to add a little bit more of yellow into my upper crease. And then back in with Sequoia on top of the Jaclyn Hill yellow shade. To deepen up my crease, I'm going in with the shade called Highway 1. Next, I'm taking the shade called Mission. It's this dark brown right here. Wait till you guys see how pigmented this is. Look at this. So I'm just going to be using this as a lid shade and to deepen up the outer V and the inner corner. So basically just putting it all over my lid. Now I'm just going to be mixing Highway 1 and Mission together, and I'm just going to be applying those like into my crease so that way I don't have any like harsh lines and everything looks nicely blended together. Now I'm taking this glitter shade called El Captain, and I'm applying it with my finger, and I don't know what kind of formula this is, but it's already sticky, so I didn't need to use like a glitter glue or get my brush wet or anything, or I guess my finger wet in this case. It just stayed on my lid. Like, I'm like amazed by this, and the color is so gorgeous. Like, I can't even deal, but I had zero fallout. Like, it just like stuck to my eyelid. It's crazy, but it's so beautiful. To get started on the lower lash line, I just went in with the shade called Sequoia on a pencil brush. Now I'm taking the shade called Gold Rush. And now the shade Highway 1. And then last, the Mission shade. For a brow highlight and the inner corner highlight, I'm just taking the Dose of Colors highlighter that we used on my face, and I'm applying that with my MAC 242 brush. Next, I'm taking MAC Costa Riche, and I'm going to be tightlining with this and placing this in my waterline. Next, I applied some lashes off camera. These are the Lily lashes in the style Gaia, I believe is what they're called. Moving on to lips, I'm going to be taking Jordana lip liner in the shade Hot Cocoa. And then I decided to bust out MAC's Whirl matte lipstick. I forgot how beautiful this shade is. I'm going to leave it on my desk because it's definitely going to be a go-to fall shade for me. Now this fall makeup tutorial is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.